Ladies and gentlemen, completely unrehearsed, Howard Dell.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Howard Dell Experience. As you can see, I'm all coronavirus ready. And today I am here with my boy, my good friend, former soccer star of Steaua Bucharest and the Cameroon national team, the one and only Nana Falemi. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's up, Howard?
Good to have you, man. Good to have you with all this, all this craziness going on. And, this is only like the 10th time we're doing this with video because I kept fucking it up for the first time.
It's good to be here.
So I'm just happy. I'm just happy you're staying around for my podcast. This is number three. So, man, yeah. I wanted to get here because I know you're doing a really strong. Things that interest me. I don't care if it interests you or not, but it interests me. Is the development of athletes, which I'm a strong proponent of, especially junior development. You know me. I like my high performance stuff, but I think what's even more important at times is the whole junior development, where it starts, and how you develop these people. Because my biggest pet peeve in this country is the lack of solid coaching. So that's why I know you, so I know it's going to be superlative, whatever it is you're into. So I just don't know much about it, but you got this football academy, and so I just wanted you to tell me about it, talk to me about it, tell them about it, so you can get your kids to the soccer academy if you want fucking outstanding athletes.
So
what's it called?
Okay, the name of the school is FC Nana Juniors. FC Nana Juniors.
Okay.
Okay. So
Facebook?
we have kids from 3.5 years to 11.
Okay.
So we're based on Șoseaua Nordului in Herăstrău, by the Herăstrău Lake.
Okay.
And we started with this project like 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago. Me and my friend Bogdan Enoiu, and I brought in a former teammate of mine, Marius Butfoi, and we put together the team, the club, and we started rolling. We started rolling with the first team with a group of 7 players. We signed in the Bucharest Championship for kids, and now we have almost 75 kids. We have 4 teams signed in the championship, 2 teams at 2009, so under 11,
yeah,
and 2 teams under 9, and we keep growing.
Wow, 7 to 75. And how long have you been doing this now?
Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years.
1 year and 7-8 months.
That's fabulous. And that's so when you talk about the championship, so you have over up to 11.
Up to 11.
Yeah. And then is there anything like what's up to 11? Is it just one group, 0 to 11, or
no? So there's a group with for kids born in 2009.
Okay.
So those are under 11 team. Yeah, under 11 team. And in that team, we put in even younger players which are very skillful.
Okay.
Born in 2010 and even born in 2011. But players, kids that are very skillful, and they're pretty strong, pretty developed,
right?
To adapt to the intensity of the competition.
Okay, so you've got kids at that level. So you have two championship playing teams in the higher age group, and then you've got 2 in the younger age group.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 so we start with the kids born in 2009, but because in the meantime we got more kids,
right?
So we signed 2 teams of 2009 in the championship, just to give the kids more experience, more minutes
Okay.
to play.
More playing time.
Yeah, basically more playing time, more experience. And for 2011 team under 9 as well, because
Oh, okay.
in the beginning we had 3-4 kids, then we got 8 kids for one team,
Right.
and now we are more than we're 14, 15 players, and in order to not to make any more substitution in a game,
Yeah.
and to so the game is always the same, 40 minutes for under 9 olds, okay?
Yeah.
So 40 minutes. So 2 halves of 20 minutes.
Okay.
So you divide it, if you divide it by 7, 8 players, that means more minutes for them. If you
Okay.
divide it by 14, less minutes. So because we got
And everybody gets an equal opportunity to get
Yeah.
out there, and it's not like
yeah.
So you
and,
guys are
because we're many. Now we put in the championship another team, an extra team, just to give the players more minutes and
excellent.
yeah.
What about
we can move in.
So what about how often you guys practice? It's like I'm bringing my kid to you and say, hey, listen, yo, my man. Okay, so I know I'm going to somebody good. I know I'm going to the best. So what's the schedule? How many times am I gonna drop my kid off every?
So usually we get contacted by DM on Facebook or on phone call, okay, and you can come over Tuesdays and Fridays.
Okay.
So the schedule is from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m.
Okay.
and you have a like 1 week or 2 weeks of trial period.
Okay.
Okay, because during this trial period, we want to see how you adapt in our environment and
Right.
how our environment responds to you.
So
Because the chemistry is very important for us, because we work so hard to build a safe environment, a warm environment for the kids
right.
to grow well and to like to learn.
Right. So something
Okay.
that they look forward to coming to.
Yeah,
Every
they're
day.
very happy to come to practice. They are looking forward every day to come to practice, and it's important to maintain this environment.
Right. Of course.
And when a new kid comes in town, you gotta check him out. You gotta make him feel welcome.
Right.
But in the same time, you gotta check what his qualities, or what are these things he brings in
Really, yeah.
in the
So it's like
environment.
it's like an evaluation period.
Yeah, it's an evaluation.
So I'm going to bring my
period.
kid, and you're going to say, okay, we'll take him. We'll take him for 2 weeks, and we'll have a
Yeah.
conversation after 2 weeks to
Yeah.
see if this is right for him.
Yeah.
If we
And
feel
after-
this is right for him.
Yeah, and after 2 weeks, we decide where to put him, in the beginners team, or into one of those the teams already developed we have. Depends on individual
And depends skill level, attitude,
skill level, attitude,
chemistry.
chemistry. So everything.
So it's not just anybody can get into this groove. I mean, it has to.
No.
It's almost like it's just it's got a certain exclusivity to it, because you're looking for because you've gone to the trouble of creating this environment that is very, very set up for learning, and for, you know what I mean, like it's you set up the Mercedes environment here. So
Yeah.
if you want to come into this environment, you're welcome, but we need to evaluate and see how this is going to work, if it works for you, if it works for us.
Of course.
And have you ever had that situation where it wasn't quite working for you, so you had to tell the parents, listen, we appreciate
Yeah.
you bringing them out, but
So, yeah, we cut a few kids,
that weren't
because they were very excited in the beginning to come and train with us. Their parents were also very excited.
as it should be.
So they were like, one time there were 2 brothers, and they were fighting every single time. Every single training they were fighting each other, and sometimes they were fighting the other kids.
Yeah,
And
not good.
that's not good. Okay, so we try to make them understand the situation. We explain them okay, we put them out like in hockey, you know, because sometimes it's the adrenaline and stuff and the lack of concentration stuff.
Right.
You put them on the side for a few minutes, you let them back in and continue the whole process, but they didn't respond to that. They were very, I wouldn't say hyperactive, but they weren't the right fit for us.
Right.
And we spoke with their dad in that particular case. It was the dad who decided, and who was our contact.
Right.
Okay, and but eventually so we didn't solve their issue, and eventually we
Had to
we
cut 'em
cut.
loose?
Yeah, I told their dad, okay, I gotta cut one of the kids, one of the brothers.
Right.
Okay, the one who was he wasn't the right fit for the team, and he was dragging his
Brother
his
into all
brother
this.
into all of it.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, and the dad said, I cannot do this. It's gotta be
Both.
either. It's gotta be both. And I said, okay, then I'll cut them both.
Right.
Okay, and another one like that was last year, and a few months ago, a kid that showed up for 2015-2016 team was very excited. His parents as well, and he had probably too much energy, and he was very aggressive with the other kids.
Okay.
He was coming from Buzău, different environment, different environment. Maybe more. He was more like extrovert type,
Yeah.
and he didn't shy away to do a lot of stuff. You know,
Right.
like most of the kids who grow up in this, let's say, pretty restrictive environment,
Right.
in apartments and everything. I spoke with his parents. I told them, and my colleagues as well, you know, 'cause, their kid had this issue with the other kids, and he need to be tempered a bit, you know, slow him down. And his dad seemed to understand, but he didn't seem to understand.
He didn't understand, but didn't quite do anything about it.
Yeah,
Right.
just like that. And we gotta cut him as well, you know.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
so we have this thing because
Okay.
the environment.
Well, I mean, it's good to, you know, it's good to have, you know, you have, it's not necessarily, you know, no one can penalize you or critique it for saying you have standards. You have an environment that you've created. If you don't like the Mercedes,
Yeah.
don't put a down payment down. Okay,
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
if you come to us, there are, you know, it's like, you know, it's just like going to, you want to go to the finest private school. You can't go in there you have to abide by the rules of the private school,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
So they come to your club, and it's just like, we have gone to a lot of trouble to set up what is deemed and what in this marketplace is the best. So if you want to come into our environment, we'd love to have you. Come on in, we'll check you out. However, on a trial basis, and we're gonna have a conversation after the trial period, and we'll see. I like it, man. It's just like I like that. I like that kind of exclusivity because you know, as I always tell you here, my pet peeve is poor coaching. You know, and it's just yeah, I don't get to see a lot of it development. I get to see a lot of coaches spending time. When I say spending time, I mean it's like almost like they're babysitting. Do you know what I mean? Maybe they'll set up something to do, and it's just like, yeah, okay, all right, your 30 minutes is up, and away you go, right? I don't see people taking the time at the junior level for instruction. You know what I mean? For instruction. This is how things are done, you know, et cetera. Even in my biggest sport, which is athletics, there's just no instruction. It's just so they come here, do this, okay, hi, time to go, next, you know. So I'm just happy to see and know that there is a program out there where you come to get instruction, you come to learn, you come to develop as a person, as an athlete, mentally, physically. I mean, here, shit, adopt my kid, you know.
Yeah. So, yeah, instructions is a big part of our working with kids.
Right.
Because the technical stuff, you know, you can write it down and explain to the kids pretty fast. It doesn't take me more than, or my colleagues, more than half an hour or so to write down all the drills we want to work on in a particular training session.
Right.
But talking with the kids, giving the right instructions, because they have different issues, different instructions. So that takes a lot of time.
And this is
a lot of time.
And this is one of the things I knew would be prevalent in your school, because you and I believe the same thing. You don't teach everybody the same way.
Right.
You can't.
Right. No,
right.
Can't.
So you're having to deal with. I remember one time when we were talking about the development, sort of, especially at that age, you were telling me like their physical skills might be here, but their mental skills haven't caught up yet, or
yep.
there's something.
Right. That's right.
Something like that.
Yep. And one mistake parents do is when they compare their kids to another kids. That's so. That's so.
Oh no, that's not good.
Oh yeah. Look at that kid. My kid doesn't do this, or my kid is better than that kid. So I'm saying you don't compare your kid to another kid.
Right.
Each one,
especially at this age, because next
yeah.
month your kid could be at the bottom and this kid could be at the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens a lot every day. So we faced some teams last year. Some kids were like fantastic, and I was telling them, okay, watch next year. That kid you praised is not going to be the same. And we've met the same team over 1 year, and the difference was night and day. And they're like, and every time I gotta tell them, I told you so.
Yeah.
which makes me spend a lot of energy,
Yeah.
and
On the I told you so.
which is childish.
Yeah.
And yeah, each kid has his own issues, and we gotta deal with this and make him make the right improvements.
Yeah.
Well, the right way. And the good. So, or the thing is, while they're developing, we develop ourselves as coaches.
Well, yeah, exactly.
We develop ourselves.
You're expanding your toolbox.
Yeah,
the things that you do and use.
It's every time is a challenge for us, to find the right tools for each
Individual,
child,
yeah.
each individual, and these challenges makes us better, and
Right.
we learn with them, and we learn from them, and it's not about us, it's about them. And so one thing, for instance, I learned this month, so in the last month. So up to 3-4 months ago, after the trainings, after the games, we discussed in terms of solutions, where during the break times, I was the one, or my colleagues, we were the one who gave them the instructions.
Right.
Okay. During the game, not so much, but during the break time, we were giving them the instructions. But now, we ask them what are the right moves that they think we should do next.
Right.
And they come up with the solutions. The players, the kids, come up with the solutions, and they tell us what they think in terms of what they should do next in order to win. And only when they don't have the right solution, or only when they ask us for the right solution, we give them
Right.
the solutions in the game. But most of the time, they get it so right. They get it so right.
And that's on my list of pet peeves. Like I say, every child, I'm in the classroom, and every child I have to learn to teach differently, because they don't all learn the same. And then, in that respect, it's exactly the same thing. You're just saying, you need what's important for you guys as coaching to make them improve, which I don't have in Romania. It makes me insane. Coaches in Romania aren't interested in your opinion. I see it in athletics. All I can compare is athletics. When I see coaches in athletics, and they have one thing in mind: we're doing this today, right? And so the kid comes to the track. Maybe it's a girl. Maybe she broke up with a boyfriend. Maybe she had a fight with her parents. Maybe she had trouble in school. Well, whatever. And he's like, and the coach doesn't care. He's not listening. Hi, let's go. Right?
You gotta take care of each detail.
So
each
you guys are like sort
detail.
of, and so you guys are exactly, you're getting their input. And then by getting their input, you're helping them solve problems. And that helps their maturity so much in terms of
for instance, we do on Mondays we do this strength and conditioning part. So we do some jump squats and everything, which are very tough for legs, and sometimes they hate these drills.
Right.
But after a few weeks of trainings and after a few matches, they're like, man, those jump squats we do on Monday, they help. They really help. They really help. They help us a lot.
And speaking of help, you brought in, so they're obviously surrounded by, professionals like yourself that they can look up to. But you also brought in,
Stefan Vasilaki,
there we go,
athletic coach. Yeah, we brought in an athletic coach that works with the kids on Wednesdays, and so he comes with a big improvement, because I was like, I want to develop the kids globally.
Right.
I want the kids to know to play football, to run properly, to have the knowledge of what running means, to have this culture, to do judo, to do whatever.
Yes.
But in order to play football, you gotta learn your body, learn to run well, properly.
Be a well-rounded athlete.
Be a well-rounded athlete from early age, as early as possible.
Yeah.
Because I started those trainings when I became senior. So after 18 years old.
Right.
Which is so in these days it's a waste of time to wait till 18 to start this process. Okay. So we brought in this. So he's a friend of mine. He is a former high jumper, Romanian national record holder.
Wow.
And he used to compete, and his technique was he used to compete in the Olympic team, and his technique was amazing. So I used to watch him jump at the nationals, and he was unbelievable. He was amazing. And now I got the opportunity to bring him in, and kids love him, and he makes a big improvement with the kids. So with some kids work on their driving skills, with some kids on their stamina, with some kids on coordination and everything, on their mobility, flexibility, with each depending on his weaknesses or on our objectives in trainings. And so we have this. So the athletic trainings are part of our programs at THDE Nana Juniors.
Again, just to have kids around that kind of, they look up to professionalism. Okay, so here I am. I'm looking up. Let's see, on Facebook. You guys Facebook and Twitter?
Yeah. You can find us on Facebook, on THDE Nana Juniors, and also on Instagram.
Okay.
And pretty soon on our website, it'll be ready. So.
Okay, so I bring my kid. I'm bringing my kid over, and I said, okay, and I'm hoping he makes it. And I'm saying, okay, so what hours? Like, so how often can I come? Is there a different? Can I come once a week or?
So you'll come with your kids 2 times a week for football, 1 time a week for athletic training, or judo or boxing. Okay, nice. So we have these options.
Yeah.
Okay, and 1 time at the end of the week for a football game.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
cool.
So some kids come 2 times. They play 2 times. So I have some kids who play for younger teams for 2011.
Yep.
Saturdays, and Sunday they play for 2009. They're very small, and because they're very skillful, they play for 2019. But because we want them to become more confident in their abilities, to get more to have much more achievements.
Yep.
We put them in their group age teams,
Okay.
2011 for instance, and then on the next day to give more experience, to have an extra age over the kids of their age. We put them also in the older ones team.
Damn, cool. Well, I mean, that's like I say, brother. I'm just thrilled that I'm getting that kind of development in that kind of sport. And I think for anybody who's interested in playing football, man, I'll send them your way for sure.
Yeah.
Well, I'll send them your way. If
We're based on.
If I think they're going to pass the evaluation.
Yeah. So, listen. At this age, the evaluation. So at the beginners level, the evaluation is not that tough, but it's more in terms of character.
Well, character and
attitude,
right?
Yeah.
Character and attitude, and that has a lot to do.
Yeah. Because at this early age, kids are very egocentrical.
Yes.
And it's
everything
me. So
yeah. Well, my complaint is like, at this, mama didn't raise no fool. So it's like, in my household, things you never say were, huh? Because when you woke up from unconsciousness, you'd realize you shouldn't have said that. So that's why I'm saying, the parenting, I think, has a lot to do with, who stays and who goes, but or how a kid's manners are, his attitude, or stuff like that, or if he's selfish when he comes to practice anyway. But like I say, I know you're out there doing it right, so that's going to be cool. A segue, because I'm curious in terms of what your thought is on this: Olympics or no Olympics?
Man, I don't know. I'm not sure. They say the Olympics. So the Japanese, they say that the Olympics are still on.
Right.
But if nobody trains for the Olympics, who's going to make it there? I don't know who's going to make it, because they want to send home most of the Olympics. For instance, in Romania, most of the Olympics, they got sent home, or they will be sent home starting with tomorrow.
Right.
They don't train for a week or so. So how can you make it to the Olympics if you're not trained? So it's a strange situation,
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I wonder if it's going to be like, completely different scenario. But remember in '84 when in '80 they boycotted Moscow.
86, 84.
84 was LA. 80 was Moscow. So you're right. Moscow boycotted '84.
Yeah.
But they did that because in '80 they got boycotted. They got boycotted by the rest of the world because they went into Afghanistan. Right. So
wasn't
Ian Wells
the Olympic Games of Los Angeles, or where?
'84.
84.
Yeah.
So in Los Angeles, the only Eastern European country was Romania.
Yeah. And
Okay.
and that's because of the Russian influence, because they were pissed off that nobody came to their Olympics in '80, Moscow in '80. So I'm just curious if this Olympics is going to be something like that, in terms of
Participation.
You can go, like, officially this country is not sending a delegation, but the athletes are pissed off, so they'll go anyway, pay for it themselves, and they'll run
individually.
Yeah.
Like in how do you say, the white flag?
Yeah, you don't even know what that is. I know what you're talking about. I just can't remember what that is. Like some undeclared. Or
we don't know,
like
because they still have time, because the first organization that postponed its event was UEFA. They postponed the 2020 for 2021 European Championship, which is a huge event.
Right.
Like all top countries in Europe take part in this event, and it's all over the globe, and because football is a huge phenomenon. Right. And they postponed it for 2021, but this event normally takes place before the Olympic Games starts. So that's why the International Olympic Committee still have some time, but there's a slim margin till they have to
make a decision,
make an announcement.
That's interesting. That would be very interesting. See if they'll go. Because I know.
Maybe if they don't go, you could go.
Listen, baby, I'd be like, I'm lining up for the 100, the 200. Nobody's here? That's okay.
Yeah, okay.
And with 7 gold medals at this Olympics, 60-year-old Howard Dell. Oh, could you imagine?
High five. Yeah.
That would be hilarious. Oh, man. Yeah, don't even get me started. But, yeah. And then, so we'll see. We'll see. I with the
We'll see. What's your take on it?
I don't know. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be a situation like it was in '80, where Britain didn't boycott, even though everybody else in that sort of category did, and but they boycotted, but they allowed athletes who wanted to go. Like some of those countries were like, okay, we're not officially sending a delegation, but if you want to go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
It's on you. And so I'm thinking maybe, I don't know, maybe that'll happen. Maybe they'll say, come at your own risk, or, you know, I do not know, again, because
maybe so.
We got to figure out what's going to happen after this 30 days. You know, this.
Yes, it's not that after those 30 days everybody will be healed.
Yeah, well,
right?
Exactly.
So they're going to be they're still going to be infected people and healthy people.
Right.
And there's still going to be the risk of the healthy people to get infected from from the other ones. So the problem is not going to be solved up to that point, July, anytime soon. Yeah.
I just don't know what's going to happen there. Well, yeah. I mean, it's like you said. Okay, so right now California's doing it. A couple of states, a couple of countries are doing it. Now, lockdown. Don't go outside. Just for essential stuff. All right. So we're doing that. So is that? I mean, the reason we're doing that, I'm assuming, is so that everybody doesn't get it. The hospitals are completely overwhelmed and we're screwed, and then drops off, or they're just trying to go. Okay, listen. Everybody's going to get this, but let's just generally let everybody get it over time, so our hospitals can handle it. I don't know. And with the lack of manufacturing and stuff and people making decisions, remember we were talking earlier about, you were telling me that you think that as far as manufacturing goes, there should be some designated.
Yeah, because, if the quarantine is on, just to buy some time and in the meantime to produce the technology and to supply the
medical goods,
the medical system with everything it needs to heal the sick people, it's okay. But if you don't use it, if you don't use the right way this quarantine time, what's the good for it?
Yeah. Well, there's nobody. So
because you postpone the sickness.
Yeah.
Okay, you postpone. Okay, the curve is not going to be high right now. It's going to be high over 1 month.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. And we had.
You still gotta heal and check people and put people in quarantine. Okay, so you gotta do something about it. Produce the right equipment to heal.
Right.
And get the tests to check people.
Weren't you? Was it you who told me something about Zara?
I've heard that Zara, they're producing clothes for the medical stuff
for doctors
and for doctors and masks. Yeah. So
how
in
nice
a country big as Romania, you gotta be able to do that in a snap.
Yeah.
In a snap. You gotta have factories. You gotta now. So this pandemic thing, where this whole situation exposed our weaknesses and what's important and what's actually important for our, well-being.
Yeah, exactly.
So safety is one of the key factors in a society. Right. Safety, like education, like army and stuff. So now we got exposed that our health system is weak, is not covered, and the economy cannot sustain it because right now, so China built 100 hospitals, right? So we're not able to during wartime. You got to be able to build like campaign or hospital and stuff. So something basic, not fancy, right? So we haven't built that so far.
You got to have that. Well, you were saying before, you got to have that system in place. To build that. Right.
But now we don't have that system to build anything. So we got to do something about it.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Well, listen, it's always it's great to have you, man. It's great to have your insight. Can you send me? I want a clip of you got a little clip of the soccer academy.
Sure.
I can throw
Sure.
in this podcast so people can see
Sure.
a little something there, and
Yeah,
that'd be awesome.
sure.
And,
It'll be my pleasure.
Brother, that'd be awesome. 20 years, brother, almost 20 years.
Yeah, almost 10 years since we first met, right?
Yeah. All right. Well, listen, we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna go get some food. Thank you, everybody.
Pizza,
Yeah, pizza.
home delivery. Home delivery works
Yeah,
best
yeah.
right now.
Exactly. And it's probably. And hey, listen, I've had home delivery a couple of times, and I tipped the guy good, man, just because, thanks for coming out. Like, thanks for getting on your bike and riding out here. But we'll see y'all next time. This is episode number 4. Again, thank my boy Nana Falemi, and look forward to the next one. It'll be number 4. Who knows when that'll be? If I don't run out of masks before then. We'll see everybody later. Peace.